This is so exciting. Anyways, good morning everybody. This is recorded at 7 something a.m. Welcome to this channel and welcome to our self-growth journey. Even though it's a little bit hot, I'm one with nature right now. I'm in harmony with nature right now. Say that right now. I'm in harmony with nature. Now I'm going to tell you the main topic of this video, which is 5 things I've learned to become happier in life. This is actually realistic. You know how people say like you can see the same things but think differently? Yeah, that's how you're gonna think from now on if you listen to me. You know what I mean? So let's get right into it. The first thing that I'm gonna say, the main thing to become happier or just to feel better about your life is you need to love the idea of impermanence. You know how people say, oh, there's nothing constant in this life, everything keeps changing. Yes, that's the thing. That is the thing. Change is the only constant in this life. Therefore, impermanence is constant in this life. And you gotta get used to that. You gotta get used to that. You know what people say? You don't step in the same river twice, because the river is always ongoing. It's always changing. It's always flowing. You know what I mean? It's always flowing like my hand. It never stays the same even for more than 1 second. That's how life is. Right now, it's changing right now, little by little. But even though you don't see it completely, it's changing little by little, and you're improving little by little. You might not see it, but it's happening. It's there. You just don't notice it because you're with yourself all the time. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in this self-growth journey with me. Oh my gosh. I improved so much in 2 to 3 months. I definitely see a huge difference in my mindset and my life. What you think of will always manifest outside. So yes, that's the first one. You gotta love the idea of impermanence. Everything is always changing, and you just gotta embrace the idea because nothing will ever stay the same in this life. Believe it or not. Whether it be people, whether it be events, whether it be memories, they are all impermanent. Everything is impermanent in this life, and you gotta embrace that. The next one that I'm gonna be talking about, which is the second one, I'm sorry, my eye looks kind of a little bit swollen because I was just rubbing it. The second one is you have to acknowledge your emotions, whether it be sad, angry, happy, excited, whatever emotion it may be. Remember, no emotion is bad. No emotion is good as well. You gotta acknowledge all your emotions. You gotta embrace all your emotions. I know it's really hard to embrace the, let's say, negative ones, because you know these ones people don't prefer to feel, like sad or upset or angry or just feeling all of this type of negative feeling in our chest. But the thing is, they're not negative. They are there. They are natural and they're meant for us. That's what makes us human. But the thing is, people tend to push away their emotions when it comes to negative feelings. Let's say negative, okay? I call it negative because that's how people usually see it. But like when you feel like sad or whatever, upset, people tend to push that away and suppress that. And remember, whatever you suppress will always come back harder. So if you keep resisting, it's gonna come back harder. And what you gotta do, the main trick to this is you really gotta let yourself feel. I know, for example, heartbreaks, oh my gosh, those hurt so much. It's like you want to just get it and over with, but that's natural to feel. That's okay to feel. And even though I'm saying all these stuff, it's okay for you to still feel like, oh, I don't want to feel this. But remember, even though if you don't want to feel it, let yourself feel it. If a friend was saying that to you, wouldn't you tell them, oh, don't cry, that's bad? You're not gonna say that, right? You're gonna let them cry. You're gonna let them cry your shoulder and just let them feel it. You'll be like, I'm there for you. And that's what you gotta do for yourself. You gotta be there for yourself. Which leads me to my third part, which is you have to be compassionate towards yourself. All right, compassionate. You know how you're compassionate with your best friend, if you do have one, or if you just have a regular friend, or if you see somebody that needs help, you're gonna be compassionate towards them. Yes, you gotta do that to yourself. You gotta do that to yourself, bestie. It's about time you do this for yourself. You need to be compassionate to yourself. Literally, you must be compassionate to yourself. And a way to be compassionate, I've learned this from a book that I read recently because I collected a lot of self-care books in this journey because I was really devoted to really developing myself and transforming myself. And I forgot what the book is called. It's in my house. But basically what they're saying is do the act of A.C.T, or act. Literally act. So the first thing, like I said, acknowledge your emotions. Like for example, see, I got ants in my shoes. I am acknowledging that I am upset because I got ants in my shoes. And what the fudge? I got ants in my shoes and I am just a little bit because of it. Then after that, the C is connect. you connect with others saying, oh, I know I'm not the only one facing this. There's billions of people in this world, and I know I'm not the only one who has faced this scenario of ants being in my shoe. This is just an example, okay? There's something more bigger, but you know what I mean? I said more bigger, that's so redundant. Anyways, more big situations or like more major situations, like for example, a test. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one. You gotta think like, oh, I'm connecting with people. I'm not the only one who's facing this. I'm sure people has felt this before, blah, blah, blah. That's the second part of A.C.T. And T is to talk kindly to yourself. And that is really where compassion is like this whole thing that A.C.T. But talking kindly to yourself is like the main thing. Because after you connect with others, after you say, okay, people has faced this before, then you talk kindly to yourself. It's okay to feel this way. So don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you have to feel this way. It is okay. It is natural. I am here for you. Oh, another thing that I read from this book is it's like saying, dear one, like for example, dear anger, I'm here for you. Dear sadness, I'm here for you. Like you're really letting yourself be like there for you. So A.C.T. so acknowledge your emotion, connect with others because you're not the only one that's felt this way, and talk kindly to yourself because you're valid to feel what you're feeling. The fourth one that I'm gonna mention, I literally forgot the fourth one. Give me a second. I should look at my phone. Give me a second. Okay, I think my angle changed a little bit. The fourth thing is actually to stop seeking change from the external environment. You know how people keep saying, oh, it's because of you this happened, it's because of you this happened, it's because of this thing this happened, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, you gotta remember, things happen for you. It doesn't happen to you. The universe does things for you. There's always a bigger picture in everything that you face. There's always a bigger picture, okay? Never think, oh, because of this happened, because of this I wouldn't have been able to do this, or this shouldn't have happened to me. No, things happen for you, and you gotta start thinking that way. And once you start thinking that way, your mindset really transforms. Like, wow. When I have problems at work, I always think, okay, this is happening for me. Because sometimes I would get customers like that are like let's say they're not the happiest, and I would just think, okay, this is happening for me. This is an opportunity for me to grow. You shouldn't try to seek change in the external environment, because what I said at the beginning, what you focus on will grow in magnitude. It will eventually manifest outside. So if you want to change something in the external environment, you gotta change the internal environment. That's where it all starts. Trust, because that's what happened to me. Literally in these 2 or 3 months that I'm in the journey, everything has been changing. Literally, I also recently got my driver's license. I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, and you were so excited for me. The fourth one is to not seek change from your external environment, but try to seek it within you and try to start it. Start change, start the improvement, and just start this transformation, which you're in the journey with me. And last but not least is you have to be present and practicing gratitude. Sorry, I was like, is that a person? But being present is truly difficult because our minds are naturally built to think about the future or the past. Like people are saying, oh, my mind is racing, and blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking about this and this. And, that's normal. But our goal is to really ground ourselves. You need to be where your feet are. I'm also practicing this. I still have a hard time. It's not something you perfect right away. Literally, I've been on this journey for 3 months or so, and I'm still like, I'm definitely better than before, because before I used to think a lot about the future and the past. I was literally never in the present, and that's why I was pretty unhappy, let's say. And now I'm trying to focus hard on my present. I'm trying to use my feet. Like, you just find something in your body or even somewhere like the sky that would just make you feel like, put you in your place and saying, you're in here, you're in now. You gotta practice like you're really in the present, and your mind gotta think like, oh, I'm with the grass right now, the grass is with me, the ants are with me, my shoes, and the sky is right there above me. And then you also gotta practice gratitude. Gratitude is a huge thing when it comes to these stuff, because I've been practicing gratitude every day, like you saw. I always practice gratitude. I would say good things journal. I would also do gratitude in the morning, and I would also think to myself, oh, I'm grateful for this. Even though I'm not feeling joyful right now, I'm grateful I'm facing it. You know what I'm saying? You can always practice gratitude anywhere and whatever you do. It doesn't matter what emotion you need to have. People say you will tend to be happy if you practice gratitude, but you can be also grateful without feeling happy. You know what I mean? And that's all right. I think that's completely valid. That's it for now. That's the 5 things that you need to do, especially here, to change and become happier in life. If you try to put this as part of your usual routine, you're definitely gonna get there. So If you want to be in this journey with me, you should start it. Start it with me. You know, we're transforming ourselves to the highest, to our highest self, to our best selves. Okay, and you're not alone. We're gonna get through this together. Okay, we're gonna get through this together. And for you, I hope you start listening to me a little bit, start taking these tips that I just said into consideration, and watch your life change little by little. Change is not like that, okay? Little by little, you gotta be patient, and you will see a difference once you look back after like 3 months from now. So till then, I'll see you next time. Please be kind to yourself. So make sure you remember to always be grateful as well. Try your hardest to be grateful. Just look around you, look within you, because there's always something to be grateful for. Now till then, see you next time.